Finally, we're getting some snow. Today, we're going to take a look at how our season is holding up and what to do when we lack the pow pow. Maybe race your car on a frozen lake. Plus, we're going to take a look at the listing of the week, and I'll give you the lowdown on our mountain real estate market.
Ever dreamed of living in the heart of the Colorado mountains? Join me, Matt Dayton, Breckenridge native, Olympian, and mountain real estate expert. Here on the Ski Summit Show, we dive into everything you need to know about buying, investing, and living in iconic ski towns like Breckenridge, Frisco, and Keystone. From mountain real estate trends to investment opportunities, we bring you on the inside to help you make the most of your mountain life.
Welcome to the Ski Summit Show, number 142, your go-to source for the latest in Colorado mountain real estate news. I'm joined by my producer, Benji, who keeps things running. Benji, welcome. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is fun. I miss doing this. I enjoy doing the show with you.
It's been a hot minute here. I hope everybody had a great holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, everything. I'm thankful to have gotten through it, even with the low snow year. It makes it a little harder on all the businesses up here when we don't have it coming from Mother Nature. So we got to make it, we got to haul it in, do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what else is there to do if we don't have a lot of snow? What do people do around here?
I'll show you. So what's happening in Summit County is ice racing. So I guess they're bringing ice racing back. I had to ask what
technically Georgetown, so just outside of Summit County, but it's just over the pass through the tunnel, the Eisenhower Tunnel, down to Georgetown, where they have this lake, and they've been doing this for years, 50 years of ice racing. Look at
those.
Yeah, just fun. I went down there with my son, Lucas. And we didn't have a Jeep, but he had like his Volvo cross country 2000, and he had killer snow tires on the thing, but with studs and everything. But they for his class he was starting in, since it was like beginner class, you couldn't have the studs. I mean, look at that. He got like 400 on these.
Looks like some Sonic the Hedgehog stuff.
Yeah, so he had to put his summer tires back on, and you couldn't even hardly walk on the ice. And it was windy. Like, I'm trying to just like get to the car.
Look at that. This dude is living.
That's a shot.
Yeah.
So it's real. So yeah, but it was pretty dang fun. You're just driving around these cones, you're racing the other person. It's pretty safe. Like, you're gonna have a really hard time causing an accident. You're clearly not going crazy like these guys are.
This is neat. So it's like autocross on the ice, but with like Jeep series, like kit trucks or something.
Yeah, and you can just sign up. And I mean, if you really get into it, you can kind of take it to this level.
See, this guy's doing it right. He's got an Evo.
Yeah. Lucas will probably do it again with his little Audi now that he's got his little race car. So, but yeah, something fun, out of the box. Check it out. You can go to this Our Gang ice racing. The schedule's posted. They're coming up. They've got opportunity to jump in that. So something new, something fun.
Very cool. All right. The next segment we've got is our news. You ready to jump into that?
Yeah, let's hit that.
All right. Well, it looks like we're talking about how Colorado's housing market is seeing a winter slowdown. And here's
they came out with this article in the Summer Daily News, just talking about how things are slowing down. Some of this is definitely just the typical seasonal. So it's kind of weighing out a little bit. What's seasonal? We see this every year. And what is market? I would argue that right now, for me, and what I'm hearing from some other agents in the area, is that this time of year, we're actually a little bit more active than we were last year.
Okay.
June, July, August was definitely slower, whereas right now things have picked up a little bit for the season. So things are slower for the year, but for year over year for the season, we're actually statistically trending about the same as last year, is what this article says. Days on market, however, we're seeing that increase. So it's taking even longer for properties to sell, which is giving buyers more leverage. So that's basically what the article covers. No change really in comparison of single family homes, the number of homes sold. So that's for Summit County, that's flat across the board. we've seen Routt County, Pitkin County, they've seen a little bit of an increase. And then Eagle County, our sister county over the hill into the Vail Valley, they saw that drop by about 16%. So a little bit slower over there. What else we got? We had this one here that said Summit County days on market up about 13%. Again, looking at days on market for single family homes. So, and this is back from November of last year and November of this year. So definitely taking a little bit longer for things to sell. But that's what this article talked about, is really some good information in there. The Summit Daily News, if anybody wants to pick that one up.
There it is. There's the article. Our next segment is Market in a Minute. Are you going to share your screen with us?
Yeah, let me share my screen. Give me a second because I hadn't actually yet. But this guy here is the chart we're going to look at. So what we're looking at right here is the difference in the number of new listings, supply, and the number of new under contract, and then just kind of the difference for time of year. So if we're looking at this chart and we're looking at, say, for example, the summer months, June, July, August, there's actually a bigger difference between the number of new contracts in the red to the number of new listings. And that's just seasonality. Most people are listing their properties in the spring, coming into the summer. And then as we go later in the year and we go toward the winter, well, things are selling or they're pulling them off the market. So we're not getting nearly as many new listings coming on the market. But so that gap closes up and it even switches. So we're actually seeing a deficit of inventory that time of year. Why I share this is because for people that are thinking about, well, when should I list my property? A lot of the word is the best time to list your property is in the spring. You're going to have more buyers, people looking. But there is reason to argue that the wintertime is actually not such a bad time. There may not be as many people that are actively shopping, but there's a lot less competition, so a lot less options. So I think it really comes down to, in your life, what works best for you. But there's argument for maybe wintertime's not such a bad time to put your property on the market. That's what I wanted to show with this graph.
All righty. Well, that takes us to our listing of the week. And this week we have 224 Trailhead Drive, Unit 3074 out in Keystone.
So this one's a Timbers on River Run condo. It's listed by Leslie Brown of Colorado Craft Brokers. I wanted to share these because they are right up against the ski run. So this is Keystone. You can see that red line on there. That's the gondola. The other red line there, and that's the 4-pack chair. So you're right at the heart of things. You're right at the base. And we're seeing, so this one's at about $1,200 a square foot. Seems like a lot of money, but we're easily seeing things double that price per square foot for other types of properties that are ski in, ski out, literally ski in, ski out like this. So pretty awesome. Look, they're built in 1999. So, we had 26 years or 27 years on these, but they're still great properties. You got underground parking, you got in-floor radiant heat, walk to the slopes, walk to the river run there in Keystone, all the amenities, great amenities, super cool pool, the sauna, ski lockers. So it really gives you that ski in, ski out lifestyle without like the $4 million price tag for a 4-bedroom place.
This is a condo?
It's a condo. It's pretty good size. It's almost 2,000 square feet on that. So
living room.
So you got this one, and then Lone Eagle is in the building next to it. So they're ones to definitely consider, and I think they're pretty good buys for a ski in, ski out type of property.
This is really
like this one, kind of nicely updated, a lot modernized.
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
Yeah. And wake up and see the ski report, which, by the way, we got some snow.
You did? How much snow did you get?
Last night we got about 5 inches. Breck got about 5 inches. So
good. What are they looking for to like ski? Does it need to be like a minimum of so much snow, or?
The snowmaking is so good. So they're able to have runs open with the snowmaking, but it's all been man-made runs as far as the snow goes. So we haven't had them. I don't think they've been able to open any natural snow runs just because it's been so thin. 1980, here's a little history piece, was the last time we had a snow year like this. So all the old timers are telling me 1980 was a tough year for snow like this. It was before they had snowmaking, so they opened for like 3 days for Christmas, and then they had to close, and they didn't open again until February.
That's older than me.
I was only 3, so if I date myself, and I don't remember it very well. I was here, but I don't recall.
I was somewhere around.
Sparkling.
Floating.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Hopefully we're gonna, with this new snow we saw, we're gonna break that cycle and winter's gonna pick up for us. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining us. It's been the Ski Summit Real Estate Show. Please thumbs up, like, appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you in the mountains soon. Take care.